Hello, everybody, and welcome to Closing Out the Week with the Closers Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Mark Alvarado. Before we get into this fantasy football Week 1 matchup preview of the Closers Podcast Alumni Fantasy Football League, let me start by saying please follow us on Instagram at the Closers Podcast, on Facebook at Closers Podcast, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's just the Closers Podcast. We have a ton of videos on there of the podcast if you want something to watch while you're also listening to the podcast. Some people like it, some people don't, whatever. Without further ado, we got two returning guests. We got Chase, the Vice President Lovin.
What is up?
Our resident Colts fan, who is heartbroken by Andrew Luck's retirement. Sudden.
No, I'm moved on now.
Jacoby Brissett is
the future. Is
Jacoby
the truth.
Brisket.
$30 million deal.
Yeah, okay.
He's a legend already.
And then we got Andrew the DM Gale, our resident Seahawks fan.
Seahawks going 19-0.
Nah.
Did they go undefeated in the preseason?
No.
Oh.
It's not that. Doesn't
But
matter
that defense
very
is
much.
going to be
Well, I thought that's what
now.
you meant by 19-0 because they were going to lose like first round of
Clowney.
playoffs.
The fact that they have Kalani? Oh.
That is scary. But today we are here to break down and preview the games in the Fantasy Football League, wherein which a ton of alumni, past guests of the Closers Podcast are all participating in. And these two gentlemen right here are playing against each other this week. So we will talk about that game last. If you want to hear some bad blood, some animosity, you got to listen through everything else before you get to that.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
So, really quick, how do you guys feel about your drafts?
Great.
How do you guys feel about your teams?
I mean, very good. I think
Very good.
yeah. I don't feel as confident as a few of my other leagues, but more confident than others.
I have a top 3 team easy.
We'll see.
Do you, though?
In this
Do
league,
you?
yes.
I don't know about all that.
So the
check
thing
that
about
out
this
real
league
quick.
is that it was clear about half of the people had never played or never even watched football ever.
Oh, that
He's
is...
got Chris
that's a
Carson
huge-
automatic.
That's a
loss.
huge dig.
It was pretty clear about two draft picks in.
How can you say that when you have the team you do? I don't understand.
He's literally looking at it right now and is like, you have.
I mean, he's got a point.
fuck.
I really don't see. I really.
Damn it.
I see two.
Oh, they're all good.
Well, then
We'll
who?
get to it later.
All right, yeah, we'll just get to it
I see.
later.
You literally
You
can't even
glaring
find.
issues.
An
I
issue?
can, don't worry, I
I
can.
definitely can. I just don't want to like start off with that.
Why is
But
Tyler
there's
Boyd on your
there's
bench?
so many
gonna
people
go-
that I would not have on my team.
Nothing. No one.
I don't.
But
Oh,
okay.
that's
No, yeah.
that's my other league.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
We'll just get this. We'll get this game out of the way. We'll just go head first, and we'll go in order with my team, the Grave Boys, going against Shooter McGavin.
Let's take a look here.
Let me get to it. There it is.
Josh
Josh
Allen.
Allen.
Off to a great start.
Honestly, yes. That dude is gonna get a lot of rushing
You're a fan?
yards.
I think.
I am.
Okay. I'll just whatever. Williams is not looking that great anymore
Damian
Why
Williams.
not?
because of McCoy.
I don't think McCoy's gonna soak
Andy
up
Reid
much
said they're
workload.
gonna split carries. So.
I think he's well past his prime, and I think he's kind of done. I think
I mean,
maybe
yeah,
week
definitely
one.
he's
So I
not.
guess for this game, maybe.
Shady, R.I.P. I
Is
liked
Shady
him.
McCoy really gonna do good on the Chiefs? Though,
I didn't say he would do good, but I did say
he's
he
gonna
would
take
steal
opportunity
carries, and if Damian Williams isn't on the field, he can't get any points. So
We're
think
also
about
playing
that.
Jacksonville. It's a pretty good
Bad.
defense.
I think overrated is a better word to describe
The team
Jacksonville's
overall,
defense.
but their
Their
defense
is the real deal.
Is it
Their
though?
defense
They're
is
like-
real.
they're like
their
the number
offense
one
just
defense.
sucks and can never score points.
Dude, do you know how many points they got dropped on them last year?
Not a lot.
Actually, quite a bit. If you look
I know
back,
they were
they
top
averaged
defense.
like 21 points. They got like
It's not that
how?
much.
That's like not even that bad.
Maybe it just seemed worse because they had Blake Bortles.
Yeah,
Maybe,
now they
yeah,
have Nick
but
Foles,
it really
who's going
just-
to be number one quarterback in the league.
You think so?
No.
No, but yes.
I
No,
just
not
I
at
just
all.
like
Nick
Josh
Foles is
Allen.
gonna
I have
fail.
Josh Allen on my team. I like him better than Baker Mayfield this specific week because they're going against the Jets, whereas Baker is going up against Tennessee.
The Jets' defense is going to
I'd
be a
rather-
lot better.
I'd rather have
This
Mayfield.
year.
You think so?
I'd rather
I'd
have
rather Mayfield.
Le'Veon Bell. Again, I would much rather have Josh Jacobs
Yeah,
than
Josh
Tevin
Jacobs,
Coleman.
real good.
Yeah,
Devontae
Tevin
Adams.
Coleman's not even the number one.
He's
on the
he's
depth
not
chart.
even the number
That's
one.
That's a terrible play.
Exactly.
Who is this guy?
He's my
Jason?
cousin's
Yeah,
boyfriend.
that's a terrible play. Jarvis Landry's a bad play.
Is he a bad play though?
Yes.
If you believe in Baker, how is he the bad play? Because
OBJ, who you have anyway.
I do have
He's a
OBJ,
bad play.
but
He's
OBJ's
the
gonna.
second wide receiver.
Do you
in
really
the
think
first
OBJ's
slot.
gonna get thrown to all the time? I mean,
Yes.
in the red zone, I feel like Jarvis Landry will get some looks.
Jarvis Landry will get looks, but he's got him here as
You
wide
have to remember this
receiver
is
one.
PPR as well.
So I still think most of the targets will go toward OBJ, who's on your
yeah.
team. So
Sure.
you
Yeah.
got-
Thanks
you
for
got
that. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm
and
just saying.
Devontae Adams.
Yes, I do have both
I
of
am
them.
on record as a Packers hater.
Yes,
and
you hate the Packers.
Do not believe in Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be bad this season.
Is he though?
The Packers will. At
Yeah.
least.
He'll still throw
I
to
think-
Devontae
I don't
Adams
think
a lot.
I don't think Adams will only be saved by the fact that this is PPR. So I accept that play. But if this was not, I would call that a bad play against the Bears.
Devontae Adams.
I would.
No.
Yeah. That he'll have like 10 catches for 40 yards. So PPR star. Normal league, which doesn't reward wide receivers for doing their job.
Oh my God.
He would not
Let
be
me
good.
look up his last year's stats.
I think
game by
Sony
game. I'm
Michel's
pretty
going to do
sure he
better in this
Tore it
game.
apart.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Every single game
that
except the
doesn't
last
matter.
one is above 16. Every
Yeah, but
single
this
game.
is the Bears. Anyway, Hunter Henry, easy play against a terrible Colts team.
Oh my God, that defense is going to be so much better this year.
What?
They're gonna 3 and out every time. So I'll take Hunter Henry.
That's not gonna happen.
Travis
Not with our
Kelce,
top five
obviously,
running
you're gonna play him.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Sony Michel's better
don't
than
even. If you play a
Better
running
than
back
who?
from New England, you're just taking a gamble.
Actually,
You never
he's
know
kinda
what's
right,
gonna
yeah.
happen.
I'm just hoping
Rex
that
Burkhead, 3 touchdowns.
LeGarrette Blount in the playoffs. Remember that? 3 touchdowns. Oh, that was against the Colts. Yikes.
Corey Davis is a sleeper, definitely.
Yeah, Corey Davis is a great pick.
I'd rather play Sony Michel, though, to be honest. Who gives a fuck about kickers? Then Bears defense and Vikings defense.
Both solid, but
Well,
Bears will probably do
Vikings against Atlanta. Matt Ryan's probably going to tear it up.
Do you think so?
And-
Matt Ryan wasn't that good last year.
No, he was great last year.
Yeah, he's-
This team was decimated by injuries. He
Well,
threw
and they
35
couldn't-
touchdowns
they couldn't
and
score in
7
the red
picks,
zone for
like
shit.
4,600 yards.
That's fine. That doesn't.
I mean, fantasy.
I know,
wise,
for
he's still
fantasy,
gonna make up
sure.
If you
points.
put up
Maybe.
points on your defense, they don't.
I'm not a believer in the Falcons. I hate the Falcons offense. Because Julio Jones burned me like 2 years ago. I still am not over it. He fucked me over.
I would much rather play the Bears than the Vikings.
Really?
Oh, the Bears.
Oh, I thought you meant play against the Bears. I thought you
No,
meant like,
no.
okay. All right, I was going to say, I was like, what?
Let's see. Ooh,
I don't know who I got. For
interesting. I would much rather play Darius Geist than Sony Michel.
Yeah.
Now
Really?
We're looking at benches
100%.
now.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You think?
Oh, Tony Pollard rip.
Yeah, well,
That star for one day.
well, we'll see what happens because Tony Pollard might get some reps if Zeke like randomly just
I'm
like
sure he will.
snaps an ACL. or
And they said Zeke is only getting like 20 to 25 K. Well,
And then this
That's what
guy,
they say.
Yeah.
this guy Jason has a horrible bench. Jesus. Now half of these
Dude, these
people
guys
don't even
don't
have
even have
pictures. Yeah, I'd have to say.
poor
his
Jason,
team,
dude.
His team is looking like a bottom 2 team right now.
Dude, yeah.
I'd say, sorry, brother.
Yeah, that sucks. So, who's gonna win this game? I think I'm gonna win.
I would give it to
I'd give it to Marcus.
Pretty decisive. Josh
because
Allen's
of the
gonna run
receivers.
all over.
I think.
Josh
Yeah,
Allen.
I don't
is.
see him. I don't see how. Maybe I think the way he wins is if Stephon Diggs has a big game,
Yeah.
like because Adam Thielen's gonna have a big game.
Yeah,
But if Stephon Diggs also has
Diggs
one,
or Kelsey.
and then
yeah.
Corey Davis has like a sleeper good game I think
Against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's
Think so?
probably.
No,
Cleveland. My bad.
Yeah, I think those are really the only way he needs those.
I feel like that
those-
Cleveland defense is.
Or maybe the Bears just get.
they get
2.
torched. Yeah, maybe.
No.
I'll take it. I'll take the win.
They
Thank
get 2
you.
touchdowns.
Thank
2
you, guys.
defensive touchdowns.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's
There
a
you-
possibility.
All right, next game we will move on to is the Gucci Gangsters versus Galt Boys.
Let's take a look here. Oh, Kyler Murray! Wow, that's a bold move.
Yeah,
It
we
could
got
work out really well.
Evans
actually,
Gucci
but
Gangsters versus Spencer's Galt
fantasy-wise.
Boys.
Murray is home versus the Lions, so I do
Yeah.
actually I like that play, but
Honestly,
Probably get some rushing yards.
I'd rather have
He-
Kyler Murray.
He does
than
not have a second quarterback, so I guess that's
Yeah.
what he has to do.
Yeah.
Dedicated.
Interesting.
Deshaun Watson's definitely the better
What if
quarterback.
what if you only had one quarterback and it was Kyler Murray? What a strategy!
Evan.
Honestly, I really like Nick Chubb. I really like Nick Chubb.
like
Nick
Chubb?
Chubb will play well.
I love Chubbs.
Chubbs.
But yeah.
He's a great pick.
No, Nick Chubb, I feel like should go like first round in fantasy, but he hasn't. He's like dropped.
No, I
to,
think
like,
he's
I
right
like-
at second round.
I like
but
this
a damn
guy
good second
Spencer.
round.
This guy Spencer's running backs I like a lot more than Evans.
Really.
Yep.
Oh yeah, big time.
I
I
like
like Nick
David
Chubb,
Johnson
but David
versus-
Johnson and Joe Mixon.
I like
both
David
better picks.
Johnson. Mixon, though,
especially in PPR, David Johnson catches the ball.
That's
all
true.
the time.
Very true.
but Mixon
And Joe
against
Mixon is
the
good.
Seattle defense
Yeah, he might get.
That's true.
yeah,
Actually,
that's
Mike.
true.
with Clowney there.
Wagner.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I
with
think
that matchup
it'll
specifically,
probably be about even. Quarterbacks, I think Watson has a big game.
I like
probably.
Vance McDonald
I
against.
don't.
You don't like Vance
I
McDonald
don't
against
like
Philadelphia or
Vance
against the
McDonald
Patriots?
at all.
He averages like 4 targets a game.
Yeah.
But think about the yards,
especially
he
on the
would get.
Steelers, who I feel like never.
I feel
tight
like
ends.
they're going to target him in the red zone, so he's going to get a touchdown.
But then on the other
I
side,
honestly
you have
don't know
Jared
if they
Cook.
do.
That's
Yeah.
a joke. If you play Jared Cook,
Really?
you want a 0 that week.
That's true.
How is that a joke?
Neither of these tight
He's
ends are-
terrible.
Yeah,
Jared
Jared Cook gets
Cook?
no points ever.
He gets no points.
What?
and
He
he's
was
not
like
even-
I had
he
him
was
like-
like the fifth
I think last year, maybe
tight
2
end
years
last
ago.
year.
I
With
don't
the
think
Raiders.
so.
With the Raiders of all teams. Now he has Drew Brees
I
throwing the ball.
don't think so.
I would be highly
Hold
surprised.
on, let me pull
if
up
he
his
was
stats. Let's confirm.
top 5.
He was.
really don't
He was a very high ranking tight end last year.
I still find him better than Vance McDonald, though.
You think so? I don't.
Oh, it's because he had 3 big games.
So
That's all you. Yeah, tight ends don't matter in fantasy football. Hot take
Except
of the
for,
day.
like, Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
And
but
Zach
not-
Ertz.
not-
And George Kittle last year.
yes.
And Zach Ertz.
Here's your
every
little
year.
tip for drafting. If you draft a tight end early, you're dumb. That's facts.
Isn't that what you did in
actually.
your league though?
That's-
You took Travis Kelce in like the second round.
Oh,
I thought
on-
you did.
No, I would
Oh.
never do
Travis
that.
Kelce in the second round is fine. Honestly.
you only-
He's gonna. Yes.
Only if a tight end falls to you. Like if you can snag him like late Travis Kelce like late second round. Yeah, do it then. But
Well, yeah, that's
do
what
not.
I'm saying. Late second round.
Yeah, okay.
But
I'm
like
saying,
with your first pick.
no,
Oh hell.
no, I'm saying just because it like the it ranks.
Mhm.
You're like, oh, it's about
The
now the
ADP.
time to get Travis Kelce. Wrong. It's never the time to get Travis Kelce unless he's way below his projection.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Also, don't draft a quarterback until the 9th round. Facts. Facts.
Even Mahomes.
Definitely.
Really, you wouldn't take Mahomes like 5th round.
No.
Mahomes he's not gonna replicate what he did last year.
And even if
And that's
he
the
does-
only way he's worth a first round.
And even if
pick,
he
or a
does,
early round pick.
even if he does, it's not worth it. You have to take. Why am I sharing my draft strategy?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
we
want,
already
you want to help the
drafted,
people
so-
you
out
have to
there.
take. You have to take position players until like the 9th round.
And then you get Phillip Rivers in the 9th round.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you take
Most
Russell
quarterbacks
Wilson in the
score
9th round? I feel like you took Russell
No,
Wilson in like the 6th round.
I reached early because I had to get him.
Don't you have Russell Wilson in both
I like
leagues?
that.
I have Russell Wilson in every single league.
Will he?
I mean, he
run,
threw
though?
the least amount of passes last year and still did pretty well.
He'll throw more.
No, but
And he'll
he
throw
threw
more.
farther though than he has before. His
It's
yards
because he had
per,
Tyler Lockett.
his yards per attempt. Who
and now he still has Tyler
I wonder
Lockett
who
as
has
his
Tyler
probably
Lockett this year
number one.
in the league.
Anyway,
So Evans and
Yeah.
Spencer's teams. I like the Broncos defense going up against the Raiders. I'm not gonna front.
but you're like way down. We haven't even talked about wide receivers.
I'm
yet.
just going like through my list of notes and just being like the guys I really like.
I mean, DeAndre Hopkins is obviously gonna
Cooper Kupp.
even at New Orleans he'll
Interesting.
get a lot of points.
Yeah, these teams are. First of all, this dude Spencer's team is like really good.
Yeah, I know. Spencer's team is really good.
His
His receivers are
oh
crazy.
that bench. Yeah, that's tough. His starters are awesome, but his bench is awful.
Kenyon
Nah,
Drake.
Robbie Anderson is
Oof.
a sleeper. I'm
And
telling you. Sam
Adrian
Darnold's going
Peterson,
in.
bro.
Oh wow.
Adrian Peterson is
He's
Projected to get 4 points
Adrian
in
Peterson.
PPR.
Just imagine if one of those backs get hurt in Washington. He's gonna get a bunch of
He'll
reps.
pick another back.
Dude, he's rushed 1,000 yards for like the past 2 seasons, just super quietly.
hasn't. He did
Yes,
not
he
rush for
has.
1,000
What do you
yards last
mean?
season, did he?
I just had this argument with like somebody. It's true.
Yeah, I'd say Spencer gets a dub this week.
Spencer gets the dub.
Yeah, he's got Tyler Boyd's gonna get like 80 targets. and
Juju
30
Dang.
catches.
Against the Seahawks. Well, yeah, that's true. The Seahawks aren't really a
Don't sleep on James Washington.
True. The Seahawks aren't really a secondary heavy team anymore in their defense. It's more about their front seven. So
That's what they want you to think.
But I mean, that's what your argument is. If you're saying Tyler Boyd's going to get like good yards and stuff, an opportunity.
He's just gonna get 80 targets, so that'll definitely turn into
something.
a good outing.
But
If you get that many targets,
But can Andy Dalton get him the ball?
And AJ Green isn't going to be, even if he's back week 1, which I don't even know if he is.
True.
Yeah,
He's not going to be 100%.
So both of these teams have great starters, awful benches.
I honestly picked Evan in this one just because I think Chris Godwin against San Francisco is just too much of a sleeper to me. I just really like him.
Yeah.
No, I'm going with.
I'd rather have Tyler Boyd though.
I'd rather go
A
with
lot.
Spencer.
You think Spencer's team?
Because his running backs are better, and his receivers are better too.
So
I
you'd
think that's
rather
enough
you'd
for
rather
us
have David
main
Johnson and Joe
scorers.
Mixon over Dalvin Cook and Nick Chubb?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dalvin Cook he's great, but I think I had him last year in my work league.
Oh yeah, he's been hurt like the past 2 seasons,
Yeah, so I'm not hugely confident in
and
him.
I'm not confident in David Johnson because
I
he's
think I
been
would-
just as hurt.
I would
Sure,
rather
but
play
I had him 2
Hopkins
years
over
ago.
Brown, but Juju over Cup.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Cup
I
is
agree
kind
with
of a
that.
wild card. I don't
Juju a
know.
lot over
He'll get
Cup.
10 points.
Probably.
Definitely.
All right,
Next one.
we'll give it to Spencer. Next one, my mom versus my dad. Rojo y Oro
Aw.
versus Jamarcus MVP forever.
Aw, so cute.
Yeah. This is I think my mom's just gonna run the table with this game, honestly, like across the board, except for Saquon versus Kerryon Johnson. I think Saquon will do some damage to that Dallas defense, but
Don't sleep on Kerryon Johnson.
well,
I mean,
is
he's
playing,
not going to outperform Saquon.
but he is playing against Arizona.
He's gonna have a big.
He's a
week,
real deal.
probably.
I like Mahomes versus the Jaguars. I feel like he's actually personally,
I like Mahomes to be anyone.
Yeah, honestly.
yeah.
If you don't play him in a week, you're a weirdo.
Against any team.
But I do like Zach Ertz against Washington for my
Michael
dad.
Thomas over Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh,
By
easy.
far, yeah. But Zach Ertz over Andrews by far.
Yes. But
Who is that?
don't sleep.
I don't know.
Don't sleep on Mark Andrews though, because he's going against the Miami
Mark
Dolphins defense.
The Ravens
I mean,
are going
true,
on
but it's
16.
the Ravens. They're
Dude!
going to run the ball,
Okay.
and then Lamar Jackson's going to overthrow or underthrow it.
But the thing is, with the Ravens defense, the tight end is going to be that security blanket. So when he has when he can't even run, he's going to
Lamar Jackson's
he's gonna
not
just
going
toss
to
the
a
ball to
security
the-
blanket.
What?
He's either throwing it deep and
Wow, you
I
guys
have
really
no confidence
You have
in-
no confidence in a guy who
they're going to stack the
who-
ball. Oh, I guess that's the Dolphins D, but
the guy
still
was a
don't know,
Heisman he was a Heisman front runner for like 6 weeks in college. Like he can throw the ball, not very far, but he could throw the ball at least to a tight end 10 yards out.
I don't
Like,
think he could throw the ball.
oh my god,
Both these teams are not so good.
Michael Thomas and Adam Thielen, Kerryon Johnson.
I mean, Michael Thomas and Adam Thielen are pretty good. Chris Carson's boo.
What? No, he's
I'm
not.
kidding.
No,
I'll
he's
take it
not.
back.
I'm
Your
kidding,
dad's
especially against
team,
Cincinnati.
because he has actually a pretty good bench. So I like your dad's team.
But the bench isn't playing in the game.
You
I mean,
gotta,
he's
you
got
gotta,
a day
you gotta
to
think
do
beyond
days.
1 week. This is why you suck.
No, no, I don't suck. It's just
I mean,
like
just
I will
picking
pull up
this
the
week.
receipts.
Yeah, this week I think your dad's gonna win it.
really
I
Yeah.
easily.
says regards
Says
to
Saquon
what? In regards to what?
and Robert Woods and Adam Thielen are kind of even. And while Michael Thomas will probably score more than Cooper, but Cooper will score some points, especially against the Giants
I like Chris
And then
Carson
Zach Ertz.
more than Calvin Ridley
and
though.
Calvin Ridley.
I like Chris Carson more than Calvin Ridley. Against
Yeah,
the
but
Minnesota defense,
Chris Carson should be in that running back like one spot. Down there should be Peyton Barber. That's the real matchup against Calvin Ridley.
Peyton Barber. Yeah, I don't know why mom's starting Peyton Barber.
That's just a bad play entirely.
She should start Austin Eckler.
Oh yeah, big time.
Against
Oh, yeah,
That's
Indy.
1,000
Yeah.
points right there
Yeah.
on the bench.
Ooh, against Indy, they didn't allow a single 100-yard rusher last year.
Well, they're about to right
And
now.
their defense was ranked 11th, and I think their run defense was 5th.
Well, they're about to.
We'll
Even Daryl Henderson, I would rather play.
Yeah, no, Darrell
my
Henderson's going to be
God.
pretty good. I feel. I like Darrell Henderson a
He's
lot.
not even projected to get any points. I know that doesn't matter, but
Well,
That's significant.
He's a fool.
He's supposed to be like
He's the goal line guy.
like how the Ingram's role on last year is what people are saying.
Oh, for the Saints?
No,
Yeah, or what people are saying Daryl Henderson's role is going to be.
Yeah.
Just like a change of pace back.
I personally like my mom's team better.
overpaid.
But
Yeah.
if she changes up some people from her bench, I feel like she would definitely win the game.
You might as well just not even have a 49ers wide receiver. They are not going to get one touchdown all
You
season.
don't think Jimmy G's gonna bring him back?
No, they need to have who's that fool? Nick
Mo-
Mullins.
Nick Mullins.
He's
Jimmy
better
G's
than
than
yes, he is.
Nick
he's
Mullins is
not.
better than
He
Jimmy
is.
Jimmy
Garoppolo.
G,
Yes.
no, he's not.
Yes.
Garoppolo is actually bad.
Nick Mullins is actually bad. He
No, he's
only
not.
had
His
George
resume
Kittle.
is better.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I would
No.
bet money he has a better winning record.
Yeah. He has a better completion percentage than Garoppolo.
We'll see. We'll see.
Your mom's team is better because she has Chris Carson.
Yes, I
No.
agree with that. I like Chris
Actually,
Carson
yeah.
this season, man.
That bet's not looking too good for you anymore.
What do you mean? They're gonna be running the
Marlon
ball
Mack's
even
gonna,
more
he's
now.
gonna have He's gonna have an 11-man box
What do
every
you
play.
mean? Nah, he's getting 1,400 yards this week.
Just Scooby Brisket
this
is
year.
not gonna be.
Just Kobe Biscuit.
You know what? He's going from. That's a topic for another time.
Wow. So who do you guys have?
Your dad,
Your dad.
Really? Still? Okay.
definitely.
Wow. I'm surprised. Even though he's starting Brady, who I don't think is going to do
I
that
don't
good.
know. James White is iffy, but Barkley's gonna. I'm pretty sure against Dallas he scored a bunch of points last year too.
Yeah, he did. He kind of
Both
owns
games.
Dallas. Well, last year was his only season. We'll see. He has the Rams defense too, which I like. All right, next
next
game. Since you guys anointed my dad the winner of that one, last one before we get to your guys' game, the Stockton Slappers versus Thomas Wheaton's Wheaties. This is the two champions
Jared Goff and Cam Newton.
two.
I don't know who picked
The
it.
Shout
two-
out Jared Goff's
the two
extension. That was
ex-
awesome.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
The two
So
ex-champions
overpaid.
of this
I
league.
agree.
That team is gonna fall apart in about 2 years.
Yeah.
They're gonna have no cap space. The Rams are gonna be awful in about 3 to 4 years.
I agree.
I agree, but this year they'll still be pretty good.
See, and you can't wait for that.
It's the
Seahawks
it's
fan.
the very beginning.
You're so excited for them to just
Yeah,
fall
'cause that's
off.
a horrible deal.
That is pretty bad.
But here, Jared Goff over Cam Newton.
I bet they'll probably be even.
Oh, and they play against each other too in like a game. That's crazy.
The projection even has them almost equal.
And it's in Carolina.
Quinn's got Christian McCaffrey.
Yes, he does.
That's
Yeah,
honestly best running back.
I like-
That's running back one, in my opinion.
agreed.
Leonard Fournette versus
well,
Kamara, though.
Saquon, I think. Yeah.
Honestly.
Would you have?
I like Quinn's running backs more. Fournier is not as good as people think he is, but still.
Leonard Fournette?
Yeah.
Is it pronounced Fournier?
No, Fournier.
Fournier.
I freaked out. I thought I was
He's French
I was
all of a
so
sudden.
confused.
I know. I
It's
was like,
Fournier.
wait, has everyone been saying it wrong for
No.
so long? Like,
It's
I was
Fournette.
like,
I went mental
oh,
about
you're,
it.
you're fine.
I'm very confused.
Brandon Cooks and Mike Williams. I don't believe in either
Mike
of those
Williams
guys.
could. I just heard that the Colts allowed the highest completion percentage, or
Really?
second highest completion percentage last year.
Really?
So
I didn't know that. Wow.
That's looking pretty good for Mike Williams.
I would say I would go with Thomas because Edelman gets 1,000 targets every game.
And
Edelman
it's
doesn't
PPR.
perform that well.
Yeah, he doesn't.
in
He'll go
regular season though.
Yeah,
He'll
that's
get
true.
like 8 catches for 60 yards, but then you get 8 points for.
Yeah,
8
but I
catches.
feel
Yeah.
like Brandon Cooks will get touchdowns, which still, even in PPR, are better.
But the
than
thing is,
catches.
Julian Edelman doesn't have to compete against N'Keal Harry, who just
Yeah.
tore his ACL or some shit.
But he does have to compete against Josh Gordon.
True,
We'll
which
see.
I am kind of annoyed
We'll see.
about. But yeah,
We'll
I
see.
am thrilled.
I'm not sure he will.
He's my favorite player in the league for sure.
dang. But Thomas does have Mike Evans, who
Yeah.
I kind of like over Mike Williams, even though I'm not really a fan of Mike Evans. But
Mike
If I had
Evans
to-
is good.
if I had to pick
Mike Evans is
either
really
one,
He's
good.
slept on.
I just don't
He gets a lot of targets too,
believe in him.
and he's
really.
playing San Francisco. So that's
True, yeah,
easy.
that's true. No, but
Yeah,
Richard
I'd go-
Sherman, man.
No,
Not-
I'd go with T. Weedy for the receivers,
Oh.
tight ends,
And he's got
Ingram,
James Conner.
easy.
Over
I didn't see
over
James
OJ
Conner.
Howard, who's playing San Francisco.
Yeah, He's like literally the only person Eli or Daniel Jones, hopefully, could throw to.
Yeah, especially now.
I like James Conner over Derrick Henry. Who cares about kickers? The Lions defense. Now that's
I know.
interesting.
I don't.
Arizona.
He's betting that
At Arizona.
He's
Yeah,
betting
he's
that
betting
Kyler Murray just does horrible.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
right.
He might throw a good amount of picks,
Then-
actually. Who knows? It's his NFL debut.
Yeah.
But then on the other side, you have Chargers defense against Indiana. They're gonna get 1,000 points.
Yeah. But also think about how Sam Darnold did last year against the Lions defense. He threw like 3 picks, and that Lions defense did pretty good. So, I don't know. This is like...
I don't think the Chargers defense will get that much points, but okay.
You don't think so? Why
They
not?
will.
Because Indy will still score points. It's still going to be a top 10 offense. I promise you. I promise you.
With Jacoby Brisket?
Yes.
Just
Yes.
Oh my god, you're delusional.
We'll see. We'll see.
You're out here acting like he's like a top 10 quarterback.
I'm-
He's gonna lead
I'm not
the team.
saying the quarterback. Everything else about that
That's
offense.
where it all
It's
starts.
not going to rely on the
Oh,
quarterback.
All right.
What do you? If you can't do that, will find such.
I'm
limited
talking fantasy.
success.
I'm saying they'll still score points.
I don't
Even
know
if it's in
about
garbage time, like say the Colts get down early.
Honestly,
But they'll have thrown 8 interceptions before then, and
He threw
fumbled
7
4
picks
times.
the entire year in 2017.
Okay, in a Belichick system.
No, not in Belichick's
no, he
system.
played for the Colts that year.
He played for the Colts that year.
Yeah. He only started
He
one.
played 2 games.
Oh, 2 games? I thought it was
for
1 game.
Pats, and threw 0 picks.
He did throw.
He's
0
thrown
picks.
7 picks in his entire career.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think I don't know honestly who's going to win this game. I don't have my mind made up on
T.
it.
Weedy
You think
I
Wheaty?
think it'll be.
He's got Kamara and
5
Connor
points.
with Evans. It might be close, but I
He
still
has
got
Kamara and who?
James Conner. I think James Conner is going to have another
Does he?
good year. And Evan Ingram.
I'm gonna give it.
He's
to
in his flex.
Oh, he's in his flex. What the fuck?
He should be in Montgomery's. And Montgomery might actually do really
Montgomery
well.
might
against
do.
Green Bay,
Yeah,
too.
Montgomery's
he's
going
gonna
to do
get
really
a lot
good
of
too.
We'll
Holy
see
shit.
tomorrow. Oh my god.
I'm gonna give it to Quinn because I think Chargers put up 15.
This dude just called it on the defense. I'm calling me delusional.
Because the Lions,
calling
are
me
gonna get
delusional.
-1.
No, they're not, because Kyler Murray's gonna throw 4 picks.
Not unless he runs all over that defense. Like literally
He's
runs.
gonna watch Russell Wilson
Maybe.
tape and learn how to be a champion.
But running yards doesn't really get as much points against a defense than.
Well,
doesn't
talk to
get any
Lamar
points.
Jackson. So, because last season he kind of put a hole in that whole argument. So,
They're not gonna play Kyler Murray like Lamar Jackson.
with that
I'm saying
offensive
that
line,
the
they kind of have
Cardinals
to.
won't.
Thomas has a good bench though, kind of. They both have okay
Yeah.
benches. Once
Galladay.
Green comes back.
Green, yeah. Sanders and Njoku.
I like Njoku.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones is on the bench.
Galladay.
I mean, he's overrated.
My
but-
man Galladay. Dude. I
Oh
love
wait,
Galladay.
he's got Fournette. and
Galladay was
McCaffrey. Never
horrible
mind.
in preseason. We'll see how that turns out.
All right. Well, we'll just give it. Well, I mean, it's a tie right now. One says
Yeah.
Wheaties, one says Stockton Slappers. I'll give it to. I'll let the audience decide because I don't want. I don't want to fucking do that. I don't care. All right. Let's move on to the game of games, the game of the week. Uncle Drew versus Indy Win.
All right, starting at quarterback, I don't see how you could argue that. I don't.
Against
clearly have
Cincy,
that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Not by a lot.
Nah,
No,
Matt
by
Ryan
by
still
quite
scores
a
lot. He
by
threw
quite a bit.
4,600 yards and 35 touchdowns.
Yeah,
That's a
against
damn
the
good year.
Minnesota defense, though,
just
man.
on paper,
But they're at
I-
home.
That doesn't
Atlanta
matter.
at
A
home is a
good,
different
good
team.
defense
Of course
is
it matters.
a good
You're
defense
saying
is a
Saints
good
at home
defense.
don't matter either.
No, we're not talking
Chiefs
about
at
that.
home. I think we're talking about Falcons at home.
Todd Gurley is
It's
a
the
bottom
Falcons.
2 running back.
We'll see. I am really nervous, but he's always got the potential to do great.
Now it's time to
Bottom
talk.
two.
It's time to talk about the Ravens. They're gonna go 0-16 this season,
But
but they're gonna be fantasy darlings.
Yes.
Between Lamar Jackson and Mark
Mark
Ingram,
Ingram is not
going to
get that many
Super
points.
well.
And
I
Kenneth
had him
Dixon.
last year.
And Kenneth Dixon. Yes, he is.
Mark Ingram is going to receive the ball every down that Lamar Jackson isn't running. They're gonna throw 3 times total in the entire season.
Yeah, I don't know about all
No, they're going to
that.
be forced to throw a bunch because every team is just going to stack the box against Lamar Jackson.
So then they'll just
They'll
throw
get
it
down
to him.
early and they'll start throwing it all the time.
But their defense is so good though. So like they'll keep them. They're gonna lose every game, but they're gonna be in every game. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I
I don't
see
think
it
they'll
that
lose
way
every- I think
because
they'll be
the
like
league
5
is so
and 11.
offensively favored.
Yeah.
that I don't see even the Ravens defense every week.
Yeah.
Mark Ingram
Holding
is
teams to that
for
low of
sure
points.
top 10. I would gamble top 7 at the end of the season.
I would agree
No.
with you. I'm a big Mark Ingram believer for this season.
Now, if you're
He's
talking about
he's
Marlon
literally the
Mack,
only running back.
Marlon
agree
Mack.
with you.
Marlon
Okay.
Whack.
he's going to be top 5
Elliott.
rushing offense
So I think
with the best offensive line in the league, best young offensive
Who, the
line in
Raiders?
the league. No, the Colts.
this
That's
guy's
a
got
good
jokes.
Hey, man. We have like 3 Pro Bowlers on our offensive line.
After Luck's retirement, he'll run even more.
I think
he's
it's-
getting points.
I think it's pretty clear I have the running back edge here.
I mean,
with Ezekiel Elliott
with
back,
Zeke, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Mac's better than Ezekiel Elliott, but
Yeah, not.
You
Well,
just-
I mean, like between the two, the two. I think
You need
Mm,
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley
You
will
need
still get
Todd
more
Gurley
points than Mark Ingram.
to match
I mean,
Ezekiel
maybe,
Elliott.
but and you're as a group, you need to think of them as a group. As a group,
Yes.
mine is better.
You need Gurley to match Ezekiel Elliott, or else it's not going to happen for you.
Maybe
in the
He
running
might.
back, yeah.
He might be able to.
maybe Mac goes crazy, but
Now,
I think on paper that's unlikely.
honestly, I like Chase's wide receivers more
I can agree with that.
because Keenan Allen is made of glass and he's going to break his leg in this season, this
Jesus
game. I'm
Christ.
sorry. I'm not a believer in him, man. And
Why don't you just tell him to go kill himself?
I
while
can't
you're at
support.
it?
I can't support Tyreek Hill because I just can't. So I Julio Jones and Tyler Lockett, those guys are fucking amazing.
I'd say it's pretty close because Keenan
Mm-hmm.
Allen against Indiana,
Well,
they're going to be on offense
Sure.
all the time.
Jalen
then-
Ramsey on Tyreek Hill though.
And then, okay, we've seen how he gets 15 every game,
Sure.
so you know he's going to have a good game. But Lockett,
Yeah, but
Lockett
Lockett
can easily drop a 20,
Yeah,
and so
out
can
of the
Julio
game.
Jones. So I'll give it to you. I'll give you the wide
Kittle
receivers. I
over
think, it's,
Ebron.
I think it's
And
close though.
Kittle-
Jorge Kittle
Oh yeah, I need to get rid of Ebron.
or Ebron. That's the reason why I was like, I don't know,
Probably.
man.
No question about that one.
You need to get
I think-
Will Disley.
I'm not sure about this week.
You know what? I should gamble and put him in.
I'm not sure about this
Oh, I
week
dropped him. Never mind.
with D.D. Westbrook over Philip Lindsay.
Yeah.
Because he's playing KC.
Lindsay.
But D.D. Westbrook could have a good year.
He could
If
With
I
Nick,
were-
with a much better quarterback in now.
If I were you, I would put in
I think he's got a
Alshon
good
Jeffrey. I'd put.
I
I'd put
thought
in
about
Alshon
that.
Jeffrey over a D.D. Westbrook, but that's just me.
I thought about that. Who they play?
They
Redskins?
play Washington, dude.
I don't know.
That
Washington
secondary is not that
defense
good,
is-
but the front seven of Washington's pretty good.
Philip Lindsay.
Jeffrey just
that
seems
matchup,
pretty-
Though, Lindsay definitely has the clear edge against Oakland. That's easy money.
I don't
Against
know about
Oakland,
That
yeah.
is easy.
You
money.
guys just don't believe in progress, apparently.
See, I didn't put
Nobody
Jeffrey
cares
in
about
because he
Kittle.
either has a big game or a not good game at all.
The Ravens defense is going to do really good, but so are the Browns.
Yeah, that's a toss-up right there. But
Give
the
it to
the
the
Ravens do play
Yeah,
Miami,
but the Ravens play Miami.
Yeah, give
but
it
the Browns play Tennessee with Marcus Mariota. But I'd rather have Mariota than who are they starting in Miami? Fitzpatrick. Is it Fitzpatrick?
For a dude preaching Josh Gordon, he's on your bench.
True. I don't know why he's on your bench. You should.
I'd put Josh Gordon above Philip Lindsay.
No, thank you.
I thought he was super good.
I'd like to see how they use him first because he hasn't been playing at all in any
Why
of the
is-
preseason.
I put T.Y. Hilton over Philip Lindsay. He had his best training camp ever, the best roster he's been surrounded by with other targets to
Again,
go to.
I'd prefer to see
I know
him
you
play.
don't-
I would rather play James Washington
Yeah, I guess with
this
the set.
week.
I like Latavius Murray just overall this season. I feel like he's going to get goal line looks.
We need to talk about. I clearly have the best team in this whole league. That bench is the best bench, and my starters are incredible. So
I
I
disagree.
will take the W.
I disagree with
I
that.
disagree.
How? Name one better team. Oh,
One
wait.
team overall.
You can't, because it's impossible.
Honestly,
My team obviously
Spencer's
is way
was
better.
pretty damn good.
And
Spencer's is-
Spencer's
I'll-
is pretty good.
I'll accept that. His was pretty
And
good.
Spencer's is
Thomas's
pretty
is damn good with all the
Thomas
running
Yeah.
backs he's got.
I'll accept it.
And my team too.
So
And mine.
easily top 3.
And mine.
Easily top 3.
Thank you. I appreciate you calling mine top three.
Okay. Delusional.
So
Am I-
I'm really excited to see the outcome of this game because honestly, a lot of people don't talk about it, but game one in fantasy really does matter a lot. It sets the tone for the rest of the season, and it kind of sets the spirit level too. Just like makes you positive or negative, and overall, like if I win my first game in a league, I tend to like make it all the way to playoffs. If I lose, I just am shit. So the first
It's
game
gone
of the
like
season
that for
really
me
matters.
For a couple of years too.
Yeah. How are you guys feeling overall about about your fantasy outlook for this season?
Good. Tough week 1 matchup, but we will overcome.
I'm only nervous because if Gurley is a bust, then I'm kind of fucked.
I just don't know why you don't start Dak Prescott, Chase.
That's hilarious.
What a joke.
Scored 0 points 1 week.
So let's just break from fantasy. How are you feeling about the Seahawks going up against the beloved Cincinnati Bengals?
If they don't win, I might have to end. That would be an absolute tragedy.
The weird thing about the Bengals is, at least last year and I think the year before, they started off relatively well.
They did. Yeah,
and then just fell apart.
They were 4-1. And then
I think each time they had AJ Green full.
Yeah. They played the Chiefs like week 6 prime time. They flexed that game. And the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes just straight killed them. It was like 45-7. And it was like the worst game of the year. And after that, they just were horrible.
The Seahawks' outlook is incredibly bright.
You think so?
Oh,
I agree.
Break it down for the listeners.
They have the highest paid quarterback, so that means he's staying there forever. It's probably his whole career, and he's incredible. Top 3 in the league.
But
probably.
He doesn't run anymore.
Oh my god, that's something you clearly don't watch the games.
But I do.
He doesn't play like Lamar Jackson. He doesn't run every play because he can throw the ball.
Well, yeah,
he runs when it's appropriate. So he does run
for fantasy. I'm sorry, I'm still in my fantasy mindset.
He doesn't just hike the ball, tuck his head, and run because that's idiotic.
I'm still in my fantasy mindset.
That's also how you get injured.
Yeah. Okay.
They have pretty good running back tandems.
Yeah, I like Chris Carson a lot.
Their defense is.
I'm not a fan of Penny.
I'm not a fan of Penny either.
That's fine. You don't have to be, but you definitely won't be when he rushes outside 80 yards to the touchdown on your team.
Oh, so you're saying they're making the Super Bowl? That's the only way the Colts play the Seahawks.
Yeah. Their defense is scary now.
With
their front
Clowney
is incredible,
yeah.
and their their backfield is slept on.
You think so?
I do think so.
I like their secondary is a little underrated at this point.
I think this is the start of another dominant defense in Seattle, to be honest.
I can't believe how has this happened?
Because their secondary is not the best in the league, but in a couple more years, if they make the right decisions, they can.
All of the pieces
with the front seven.
Yeah, all of the pieces have improved every year, so there's no reason to think that they won't be better this year.
Sure.
Like each individual player has progressed.
Now, how's your guys'
they got Pete Carroll.
How's your guys' offensive line though? Because you guys don't have Top Cable anymore.
Yeah,
so
and that's the thing. We love Mike Solari.
Is that who it is?
Or Solari, however you say
Max Solari, yeah. He's not a bad offensive line.
They're not the greatest, but they get the job done.
They do.
That's all you need.
They do protect Russ way better than in years past.
They do, and they've always been way better at rushing. Run blocking.
That's really their strong point. Them and the Ravens are the two most run-heavy teams in all of football. I just looked that up today.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Mark Ingram.
Yeah, exactly. And Chris Carson. That's why I love Chris Carson. And Chase, how are you feeling about your Indianapolis Colts now post luck?
I'm excited to see what happens. I'm predicting probably an 8-8, 9-7 year.
So is that putting them in playoffs?
I don't know. It depends on what the other team does. I don't think they take the division. Houston does that. But this is a good team, and people are sleeping on them, I'm telling you. Defense was 11th in the league, but that's taking into account the awful first 6 weeks the team had. So the last 10 games where they went 9-1, that defense was pretty dominant in terms of turnover. They got multiple turnovers, multiple games, and a turnover every game.
Yeah.
Didn't allow a 100-yard rusher.
Mm-hmm.
It's not perfect. Sure. But they improved it a lot this year with Rocky Sin. Justin Houston will bring some pass rush.
I'm so pissed that you have Rocky Sin. Fucking God.
Yeah. And he had a great training camp in preseason.
Yeah. Denico Autry's still there, right?
Denico Autry. He had a great year last year. He's set to. He's going to step up again. Marcus Hunt has slept on too. He had a great year last year. Good year last year.
What position is he?
He's a tackle along with Autry.
Oh, okay.
And then they got Malik Hooker, who I think might have
Hooker.
He might have a very good year.
The world famous man. Yeah. No, he's not bad.
And then Darius Leonard.
How do you feel about
Defensive
Marlon
Player
Mack?
of the Year.
How do you feel about Marlon Mack?
Marlon Mack will have 1,400 yards and 12 touchdowns. Top 5 rushing offense.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Now with luck, they kind of have to. They're gonna have to adopt that run first.
11-man box every play. What do you
It's gonna
mean?
happen because they got Frank Reich now calling plays. He's built. First of all, he's built around. He knows how to bring a backup to speed.
True.
With Nick Foles in
True.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Through the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great coach, great play caller.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep their passes quick. That's what they've been working on all offseason and training camp and preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Brissett took all the reps this preseason. Luck didn't even take one.
Really?
Yeah, he worked with the first
too
team
busy
the
retiring.
entire time. Yeah,
I thought he
basically.
played in like 2 preseason games or something. No?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
But he also took all the practice reps. And He's
Oh.
been working behind Luck and working with what's his name? Doesn't matter. Colts are gonna be good. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, you predicted when we went to a local bar the other night that the Raiders and the Colts were going to be the wild card teams in the AFC.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Drew?
The Raiders.
Yeah,
I didn't say the Raiders.
you did. You
no,
said
I didn't.
You did. Oh
When
no,
did I
no.
say
I'm
the
sorry. No, you
Raiders?
said
I
the
must have been
Jets. You
drunk.
said the Jets.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was drunk.
The
That
Jets.
He said the Jets.
J-E-T.
I was
Jets,
messing
Jets,
around.
Jets.
He said
Kinda.
Jets and
I
Colts.
do think they'll improve a lot because they made a lot of additions
Hey.
with C.J. Mosley, Quinn Williams.
See,
Jamal
Cohen
Adams
has
is
rubbed
great.
off on this guy too much, bro.
I would be.
I
highly
like Sam
surprised.
Darnold. I think he doesn't have a great year, but he takes another step forward.
Yeah.
And they have Le'Veon Bell. I think the Jets are moving forward.
They're moving forward, but they're not moving forward to playoffs.
I agree. I wasn't entirely serious.
Now you serious?
So, host, what's the outlook on the Raiders?
I
Bad.
are they gonna be?
Good. No.
God damn it! No, I think their outlook is a lot brighter than people think. I don't think they're gonna be the best team in football, obviously, but I feel like they're gonna compete a lot, and I feel like an 8-8 season is not far out of the question. I think they might upset a couple teams in the AFC. They might knock out a couple teams out of contention. Like if somehow, a team like Denver is sneaking into the playoffs, they might play them in Denver at the end of the season and just knock them out
On
or
the
something
back
like
of
that.
Philip Lindsay. That's how.
Yeah, something like that. I feel like that's
believe
that's something. They're going to be like a giant killer, basically. I feel like that's their
they'll
role
be
this
that.
season. But other than that, I don't have really much expectations other than that. But Antonio Brown just got fined by the Raiders today, which
Yeah, I heard about that.
is really annoying to me because that's just going to cause animosity.
What did he get
and
fined for?
because he didn't show up to practices because of his helmet. Yeah.
Man
so-
hated his helmet.
So
He needs a helmet already.
fuck. So yeah, so that's our preview for week 1. Next week, me and maybe some other guests from the league will be on to break down post week 1 matchups, talk about the results of the league, and then also break down week 2 games and all that stuff. If you guys want more Closers Podcast content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram at The Closers Podcast, on my Facebook at Closers Podcast. And without further ado, we're going to bid you an adieu. You guys have a great night. Have a great day, whatever time it is when you're listening to this. Take care.